man.
Yeah, it's been a little bit. I've been to LA and then a trip to Ohio, actually, like in the past month.
Did you go to Florida? I thought I saw something.
No, I did have a freelancer.
I'm thinking about going down there for like 2 or 3 days.
You know, I think that the you're talking about the alligator.
Yeah.
The facility itself
I'm
is
talking about like the people outside.
Right. I would try to find a specific day that there's a big organized thing, 'cause those are off and on.
Yeah, no, I'm just curious to see when they. Oh, you know, same thing as you.
Or there's a woman over here with a banner. I'm asking if you got her. It says Uniting for Peace, World Protection Force in Gaza, and they have a QR code. Is there any chance you could
Take a shot of it? Yeah.
celebrity?
You're too kind to say that.
No, I appreciate your work.
Do you mind if I ask you about this sign?
You could. Rose is the designer. If you
So
wanted
she'd
to.
be the better person to talk to. I understand. I was told you designed this sign. I was going to ask if you wouldn't mind speaking on camera. I'd love to ask like what it
Please,
means.
please, Robin. No, ask Steve. Ask somebody else.
Okay, no worries. What? Can I just ask you, not on camera, what UNGA, what does it stand for? Oh, General Assembly. Okay. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you.
You're not welcome here. genocide in Gaza with the unconditional backing and support of the U.S. government. For nearly 2 years, the people of Gaza have endured unspeakable horror, bomb after bomb. Shame! Shame! Mass graves! Shame! Shame! Targeted assassinations! Shame! Starvation! Shame! All documented and all undeniable. And still, the world's most powerful nations, led by the U.S. and Israel, have doubled down on their shared commitment to the ethnic cleansing and total eradication of the Palestinian people.
Shame!
We are here because we refuse to look away.
Yeah!
We are here because Gaza is still standing. As we speak, Netanyahu is meeting with Trump, crafting plans not just for a future of deepened apartheid, but for the wholesale transformation of the Arab world, economically, politically, and culturally.
Shame!
This is not just a meeting. This is an agenda for normalization, normalizing genocide, normalizing occupation, and eliminating any space for resistance to the Zionist and imperialist project. More than that, Netanyahu's repeated visits to the U.S., even as the International Criminal Court has issued arrest warrants against him and other Israeli war criminals, are a blatant display of impunity. He is flaunting the fact that the U.S. will never hold him accountable because it is complicit in his crimes. But we will not allow it. We know that this genocide is not happening in isolation. While billions are sent to Israel to massacre our siblings in Palestine, our government pushes tax breaks for billionaires and repression for the rest of us. Shame! Shame! They have passed the so-called Big Beautiful Bill, a direct attack on our rights, our movements, our communities, and our collective power. Shame! They are trying to criminalize solidarity with Palestine, criminalize student organizers, criminalize black, brown, Arab, Muslim, and immigrant communities, all while building walls, prisons, and pipelines.
Traitors! Traitors!
This is all connected. This is systemic, and it is a fight for all of us. So today, from the rubble of Gaza to the streets of DC, we say, we will not be silenced, we will not be co-opted, and we will not stop taking to the streets until every dollar of U.S. complicity is cut, until every war criminal is held accountable, and until Palestine is free from the river to the sea. Today, you will hear from organizers, students, and community leaders who are resisting at every front. You will hear the names of our martyrs, those who gave everything for the future of a free Palestine. And together, we will turn up the volume on Gaza's call. Let our voices rise louder than the bombs. Let our rage be sharper than the repression. And let our love for Gaza be our greatest weapon. A few housekeeping notes before we continue with our program. First, everybody, please fill in the gaps that are in front of you and come closer to the speakers if you can. Get off the sidewalk and into the street. Second, don't talk to police. Don't interact with them at all. We have a police liaison in an orange armband who can take care of any communication if needed. We also have marshals in yellow armbands who are here to ensure everyone's safety. If you're a marshal, please raise your hand and wave. Thank you. Do not interact with agitators at all. We know why we're here. We're here for Palestine. We are here for Gaza. Do not engage with Zionists. It's not worth it. And finally, we have medics here. If anyone's in need of medical attention, please try to find them or find a marshal, and they will be able to help you. Thank you for being here. We really appreciate it. Stay hydrated. Hopefully you all brought water with you, but we do have some water if you need some. And with that, I would like to introduce our first speaker, Eliana Fishman from Jewish Voice for Peace. Thank you.
My name is Eliana Fishman, and I am a proud anti-Zionist Jew. For 13 years, I went to modern Orthodox Jewish day schools, where I was taught that Zionism and loving the Jewish state are an integral part of what it meant to be Jewish. But let me tell you some things that I've learned since then. Zionism is a 19th century political ideology that believes that Jews are only safe in a Jewish majority nation state. This belief insists that Jews must fear our non-Jewish neighbors, always. But it does something even deeper than that. Zionism imagines Jews in the diaspora, Jews like me, as weak and pathetic because we choose not to rely on violence to secure our own safety. Because we know that safety only comes through solidarity. In the early 20th century, Zionism led to a separatist colonial system where Zionists obtained land for Jews only and established Jewish-only settlements with a Jewish-only economy and a Jewish-only system of governance. Zionism led to the Nakba, where 750,000 Palestinians were forced off of their own land. Zionism led to a system of apartheid with roads in the West Bank that are sterilized for Palestinian use. And yes, sterilized is the horrifying word that the IOF actually uses. And today, we see that Zionism has led to the genocide and ethnic cleansing and starvation of the people in Gaza and all across Palestine. Judaism has existed since long before Zionism took its hold on our community, and Judaism will continue to exist long after Zionism is gone. The Torah teaches us, intensely rebuke your people. Hold them accountable. So, to Benjamin Netanyahu, who is currently visiting the White House, I got some rebuke.
Yeah!
You are a war criminal! You lead an entire government of war criminals! You are committing a genocide! History will remember you in the same sentence as Pol Pot, Stalin, Pinochet, and Hitler! You do not represent global Jewry! You represent only the Zionists who somehow believe that Jewish lives matter more than Palestinian lives. I am here to say you do not represent me. You do not represent Jews across the world who believe in a Judaism of Torah Chat for everyone. I also want to shout out my friend Maram, who is in Gaza right now. Maram is a 27-year-old woman. Her birthday is next month. In January of 2024, Maram's father and brother were taken hostage by the Israeli military. She has not heard from them since. She has no idea where they are, if they are alive or dead, or if they are being tortured, as we have read horrific reports of torture in Israeli prison camps. Maram's sister-in-law gave birth without her husband in May of 2024. But at just 6 months old, Maram's baby niece Tia died from malnutrition. And yes, Israel is responsible for her death. Maram has developed a kidney infection due to consuming contaminated water, and her mother has started to lose her eyesight because she cannot access medication to control her diabetes. Maram is not an exception. She is one of millions of Palestinians currently facing this genocidal Zionist state. I am here today because I want my friend Maram to live. I want Palestinians in Gaza to live. And I want American Jewish institutions to stop claiming that killing Maram or her family or her community will somehow make Jews safe. It will not. And I want to make clear that today, Jews throughout the United States and all around the world are rejecting that false belief. Jews in New York City knocked on doors for Zoran Mamdani, not despite his belief in the equality of all those living from the Jordan River to the Mediterranean Sea, but because of it. Not despite his opposition to Zionism, but because of it. Jews are fighting back when anti-Palestinian organizations like the ADL claim that Mamdani hates Jews or that anti-Zionism is somehow anti-Semitism. You know who actually hates Jews? The guy who referred to a bunch of bankers as Shylocks 3 days ago.
That's right.
The Christians who want all Jews to die in a messianic war in the hopes of bringing the second coming.
That's right.
The white supremacist who raised his hand in a Sieg Heil in celebration of Trump's inauguration. I want to welcome all Jews into the movement against Zionism. And if you're here already, think about the next member of the tribe that you can bring into this movement. Your parents, your child's Hebrew school teacher, that old friend from camp. Take some time and sit with them. Talk about all of the false narratives that we receive from Zionist institutions. The narratives about what famed Jewish historian Salo Baron called the lachrymose conception of Jewish history, where Jews were always the victims, the diaspora was always oppressive, and non-Jews always wanted to kill us. And then create new stories. impossible. I gotta tell you, my spouse has come to synagogue every Shabbat since October 7th in a Palestine flag tie. I gotta tell you, there are APEC staffers at my synagogue. Those APEC staffers have been forced to stare at a Palestinian flag when they go to pray for the last year and a half. Zionist institutions want to claim that anti-Zionist Jews don't exist or that we're marginal. We are not marginal. We are here. Jews will never be safe unless and until Palestinians are safe. Jews will never be whole until we divorce ourselves from the toxicity of colonialism and alignment with empire. When Zionism ends its hold on our community, none of us are free until all of us are free. None of us are free until Palestine is free. Free, free Palestine. Free, free Palestine. Free, free, free Palestine. Free, free, free Palestine. Free, free Palestine. Free, free Palestine. Free, free, free Palestine. Free, free, free Palestine. Make some noise.
Next, I'd like to welcome our next speaker from the National Iranian American Council. Make some noise!
Whose house? Whose house? I am speaking to you today as a proud Palestinian Iranian American. Why are we here? Why is a war criminal here in Washington, D.C. and not in The Hague?
Good question!
Why are we being made unwilling accomplices in Netanyahu's war on Iran and the fear-mongering? Why are our tax dollars funding a genocide in Gaza and all over Palestine? Why is our quality of life, our health care, being traded out to bomb men, women, and children all over the world?
Bribery! Government bribery!
Why are our streets flooded with masked thugs disappearing our neighbors out of our communities? We, the people, are here because we value life over profit, rights over fascism. We have elected officials that pledge their allegiance to Israel. We, the people, are here because we are free. But are we free?
We're betrayed!
How free are we when we wine and dine war criminals while arresting our own citizens? How free are we when our families are banned from visiting us simply because of our identity? How free are we when college diplomas are being withheld and student visas revoked because of our speech? How free are we when our local economies and politics are intertwined and invested in Israeli companies and their oppressive policies? How free are we when our troops are sent to die on foreign soil in forever wars because Israel said so? How free are we when our voices are censored and silenced for speaking the truth? When our children in K through 12 are targeted and harassed for their clothing, their art, or their presentations?
Not free! Not free!
I ask of you, do not be silent.
Yeah.
You live in a community and sit at tables that need your voice.
Yeah.
Talk to your elected officials, especially the local ones, your boards of supervisors, your school boards, and hold them accountable. This is not time for silence. Only the oppressor benefits from your silence.
That's right.
This is not just about Palestine or Iran. This is about our collective liberation. And liberation is ours. Liberation is speaking our truths. Liberation is connecting our struggles. Liberation is standing shoulder to shoulder with our neighbors. Liberation is dignity. Liberation is ours, and liberation is inevitable. And let me just remind everyone, I'm ending the same way. It wasn't by coincidence. No one is free until everyone is free. Free, free Palestine. Free, free Palestine. Free, free, free Palestine. Free, free, free Palestine.
Free, free Palestine. Free, free Palestine. Free, free, free Palestine. Free, free, free Palestine. Free, free Gaza. Free, free Palestine.
Make some noise! I'd like to welcome our next speaker from the DC Alliance Against Racist and Political Repression.
When I say people, you say power. People. Power. People. Power. People. Power. Thank you. My name is Katie, and I am here with the DC Alliance Against Racist and Political Repression. While today marks 639 days since the events of October 7th, we know and understand that the racist, settler colonial, Zionist, and apartheid state of Israel has been colonizing, ethnic cleansing, and occupying Palestine for the past 75 years. Shame! The cycle of the violent Zionist regime continues, and Netanyahu is just another puppet of U.S. imperialism. But since October 7th, because of the brave resistance of Palestinian people, both on the ground and in the diaspora, the global narrative has shifted to favor its liberation. And Trump and Netanyahu's plan of a new Middle East to attempt to win the Arab states to their wicked agenda makes one thing clear. The Zionist entity is in its death throes, lashing out at anyone who seeks to undermine it. Because of this, Trump and Netanyahu use the tactics of cowards, at home and in occupied Palestine. While the IOF disguise themselves as healthcare workers and attack innocent civilians, ICE soldiers here put on masks and terrorize Americans in Home Depots and in their homes. Shame! Shame! Last month, Alejandro or Eliana, a member of one of our sister organizations, Centro CSO, and fellow immigrants' rights activist Verita Topete were targeted by the FBI and now face criminal charges. Alejandro passed out face masks during the LA riots, and this was suspicious enough for his home to be raided by the National Guard, East LA sheriffs, and the FBI. They charged him with conspiracy to commit civil unrest and aiding and abetting civil unrest, and he is now facing up to 5 years in prison. Shame. This deeply shameful behavior clearly displays to us the connections of our struggles. They're afraid of the power of the people, and they should be. Anywhere that the people face repression, we are there. And a blow to the Zionist entity is a blow to U.S. imperialism and a victory for the people. NARPR's motto, our motto, is that the struggle continues. And that adage has never been more true than right now. The DC Alliance sees the threads that connects the people's movements and fights political repression wherever it lies. We stand resolutely in solidarity with the people of Palestine and all oppressed peoples at home and abroad. And we join the call for Netanyahu out of DC, an end to genocide, and for a free, free Palestine! Free, free Palestine! Thank you.
Thank you so much. I'd like to welcome our next speaker, Rabbi Dovid Feldman.
Thank you very much. Assalamu alaikum. We are standing here in front of the White House in Washington, D.C., while war criminal Netanyahu is here to visit and meet our President of the United States. This is happening while we are witnessing 21 months of genocide. Wars, killing masses of innocent men, women, and children in a number of countries from Gaza to Iran. We are witnessing little children being starved to death is unacceptable. We as Jewish people are embarrassed when the state of Israel commits all its crimes, supposedly in the name of all Jews. And then our religion, the Jewish religion, is being misused to justify all these crimes. Shame! Netanyahu comes to the United States and insists that he represents all Jews not only in his criminal state, but even in the United States. This is not only wrong, this is done on purpose. They want to confuse the masses. They want to mislead the politicians to think and believe as if all Jews are behind the state of Israel and its crimes. They want to make a statement that if you criticize these crimes, you are anti-Semitic. This is not only misleading, this is dangerous.
Sure is.
This is dangerous to the Palestinian people who are being murdered each and every day. This is dangerous to the Jewish people as well, because this conflating Judaism with Zionism, is making a statement as if all Jews are accountable to all what is taking place. But we should know better. Masses of Jewish people the world over, including in occupied Palestine, not only disagree with everything Israel stands for, but publicly oppose it. That's right. If we are seeing crimes, regardless who the perpetrators are, those crimes need to be condemned, and those crimes need to be stopped. In this case of Palestine, when the perpetrators are some people from Jewish descent, it's embarrassing to us as Jews, but it doesn't make the criticism anti-Semitic. We must stand up. We must speak out. We must criticize, condemn, and stop this genocide. Stop this occupation. Contrary to Zionist propaganda, the state of Israel is not a self-defense. It is offensive since the day it started. The state of Israel is not the safety and security of the Jews. It's the catastrophe of Palestine and the danger for the Jews. As Jewish people, as human beings, as people of righteousness, all of us, regardless where we come from, we stand here today and we condemn war criminal Netanyahu. We say he is not welcome here in D.C. He should be in The Hague.
Send him to The Hague.
Netanyahu, or the state of Israel he represents, in no way represents world Jewry or the Jewish religion. We should always remember the great difference between Judaism and Zionism. Judaism is a religion only, no politics to it, and certainly no crimes to it, versus Zionism is a purely political movement, in no way represents the Jewish religion or the Jewish people. We demand not only a permanent ceasefire. The ceasefires we are talking about is something that none of us will trust. But even if it would have been a trustful ceasefire, We need an end, an entire end to this whole occupation. We hope that this ends peacefully, with no more suffering of anyone. And then, and only then, we can hope to see once again that beautiful peace that did exist in Palestine. It existed prior to Zionism, prior to the 1920s. The movement of Zionism wants to make this forgotten. But we should remember, we can live in peace. We will live in peace. But this obstacle to peace, this cause to conflict, needs to be removed in its entirety. And we pray to Almighty God that we can see once again the beautiful peace to everyone involved, where Jews, Muslims, regardless where we come from, can live in Palestine, in the Holy Land, peacefully, with no oppression and with no murder or killing. Thank you very much. Judaism, yes. Zionism, no. The state of Israel must go. The state of Israel must go.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Unless they broke the prison door. 5, 6, 7, 8. 5, 6, 7, 8. Smash the settlers' Zionist state. Smash the settlers' Zionist state. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Unless they broke the prison door. Unless they broke the prison door. 5, 6, 7, 8. 5, 6, 7, 8. Smash the settlers' Zionist state. Smash the settlers' Zionist state. Zionism is a plague. Zionism is a plague. Netanyahu to the Hague. Netanyahu to the Hague. Zionism is a plague. Zionism is a plague. Netanyahu to the Hague. Netanyahu to the Hague. We want justice, you say how? We want justice, you say how? Arms embargo right now. Arms embargo right now. We want justice, you say how? We want justice, you say how? Arms embargo right now. Arms embargo right now. Up with liberation. Up with liberation. Down with occupation. Down with occupation. Up with liberation. Up with liberation. Down with occupation. 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 And up with liberation. 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 It's not complicated. It's not complicated. 'Cause they will be liberated. 'Cause they will be liberated. It's not complicated. It's not complicated. 'Cause they will be liberated. 'Cause they will be liberated. Say it loud and say it clear. Say it loud and say it clear. Zionists not welcome here. Zionists not welcome here. Say it loud and say it clear. Say it loud and say it clear. Zionists not welcome here. Zionists not welcome here. From the belly of the beast. From the belly of the beast. Hands off the Middle East. Hands off the Middle East. From the belly of the beast. From the belly of the beast. Hands off the Middle East. Hands off the Middle East. No normalization. No normalization. We demand full liberation. We demand full liberation. No normalization. No normalization. We demand full liberation. We demand full liberation. Colonizers, we don't need them. Colonizers, we don't need them. What we want is total freedom. What we want is total freedom. Normalizers, we don't need them. Normalizers, we don't need them. What we want is total freedom. What we want is total freedom. Netanyahu, go back home. Netanyahu, go back home. Palestine is ours alone. Palestine is ours alone. Netanyahu, go back home. program break for an Arab tradition. In this Arab tradition, what we do is we take a shoe and we throw it at the faces of war criminals. We have two puppets right here. We're gonna play some music, one in that corner, one in this corner, and get your anger out. So we're gonna take a quick program break.
Who needs a shoe? We're all throwing it at the same time. 1, 2, 3.
شفرة عتابة our tradition. Hopefully you all enjoyed it as much as we did. We're going to bring up our next speaker now from Democratic Socialists of America. Thank you so much.
I'm not sure how I'm going to follow that, but I'll try. My name is Jasmine from Metro DC, DSA, Democratic Socialists of America. Today marks the third time in less than 6 months that Netanyahu, a wanted war criminal, has visited Trump. Based on the track record of both parties, it's clear that this meeting, like all the previous ones, will only further the U.S. and Israel's commitment to carrying out the genocide and ethnic cleansing of the Palestinian people. In 2025 alone, the U.S. has approved over $20 billion in weapons sales to Israel. And Trump is pushing an unprecedented military budget of over $1 trillion. At the same time, Trump and Congress are stripping the U.S. working class of their basic rights and benefits. Last week, we saw the passage of Trump's big bill, which will lead to cuts to Medicaid, cuts to food assistance programs like SNAP, and cuts to reproductive health care. All in a ploy to provide tax cuts for billionaires, increase spending on Trump's mass deportation agenda, and never-ending foreign aid to Israel. The Trump administration has also prioritized gutting workers' rights since taking power. Trump has kneecapped the National Labor Relations Board and its ability to enforce labor law at the national level. Trump eliminated the $15 minimum wage for millions of workers employed by federal contractors. And he's tried to obliterate federal worker unions across multiple agencies. The unfettered greed and drive for power of crony capitalists and their puppets in the U.S. government threatens the lives of millions of poor and internally colonized people here at home. The other side of that same coin is the U.S. government's continued collusion with the Zionist entity, which has come at immense cost to Palestinian and Arab life. Israel and the U.S. continue to ethnically cleanse Gaza and make normalization deals that further subjugate the people of Gaza. In the midst of this, the unprovoked bombing of Iran threatens to instigate an entire regional war with catastrophic consequences for millions of people. We will not accept that our government is slashing the basic rights and benefits of our country's working class while sending billions of dollars to fund foreign wars. As a movement, we must resist these actions at home and abroad by continuing to build sustainable mass organization and campaigns to win our collective demands. One way to build a broad and deep demand for the movement to boycott and divest from Israel is to support DC for Palestine's apartheid-free DC campaign, in which we're inviting local businesses, religious bodies, and other organizations to sign a pledge to stand for human rights and boycott Israeli goods. The U.S.-Israeli imperialist machine is a threat to the lives of so many people, both locally and globally. But we as people have power in numbers, and we have to fight back. Not for jobs and education. Not for war and occupation. Money for jobs and education. Not for war and occupation.
welcome our next speaker, Brother Rafiki from the Black Alliance for Peace. Make some noise!
How you doing? For those of you who don't know, my name is Rafiki. I'm an organizer with the All African People's Revolutionary Party. And I wouldn't be telling the truth if I didn't tell you that I'm kind of tired of this. It doesn't seem to stop.
That's right.
And for those of us who are engaged in this struggle for victory, the body count is getting too high. Because all of these front lines have body counts. Israeli guns just killed 16 people on the streets of Nairobi, trained by officers trained by the Israelis to shoot people on the streets of Nairobi. And more bombs, more drone bombs have been dropped in Sudan. Somalia is a mess. Ethiopia is a puppet. Jordan is a toilet, and we're getting tired of it. Usually when I come to these demonstrations, I'm giving instructions not to incite violence, not to try to talk you into doing something that you wouldn't normally do. But my Palestinian friends didn't give me any instructions this time. And I'm thinking that maybe we reached the point where we need to be doing something that we wouldn't normally do. Because the things that we normally do don't work. If they worked, that pig wouldn't be sitting in this house behind me right now. If they worked, that pig wouldn't be sitting in his house behind me right now. If it worked, we'd have stopped Genocide Joe before it got this far. What we've been doing, it ain't working. And we got to do something else.
Violence doesn't work either.
He telling me violence doesn't work. Tell the Zionist pigs in Israel that violence doesn't work. Tell the people who are being slaughtered that violence doesn't work. Tell the people who stole me from Africa and brought me over here that violence doesn't work. We are not the perpetuators of violence, but we will not stand idly by while violence is committed against us. I was trying not to get excited, because when I get excited, I lose control of my mouth. But now that you got me going, let's get started. Any Democrats in the crowd? Quit the party and don't come back out here. Because the Democratic Party is a Zionist organization. The Republican Party is a Zionist organization. We are not confused anymore. You cannot be a Jew and be a Zionist at the same time.
That's right.
We know that all the Zionists ain't Jews because we're ruled by them. Ruled by them. You think City Hall is not Zionist? You think the Congress is not Zionist? You think the Washington Post is not Zionist? You think MSNBC and CBS and CNN is not Zionist? They're all all Zionists, and we come to smash Zionism. I met with some religious leaders in Philadelphia a couple of weeks ago. And in our discussion, we concluded that we need a higher level of organization, that the little coalitions ain't good enough. The little local assemblies ain't good enough. The little small groups meeting in the dark ain't good enough. They told us, and we agree, that we need a united front. We need to gather all of the people who are against Zionism together to stand as one, uncompromising, unwilling to stop, unwilling to accept these crumbs they be handing out to us. We need to unite, not for today, not for tomorrow, but for the long run, until Zionism is smashed, until Zionism is destroyed, until Zionism is wiped off the face of the earth. You are against imperialism? Then you must be against Zionism. You are against Zionism? Then you must be against imperialism. The United States is not Israel's partner in Gaza and the occupied territories of Israel, of Palestine. The United States is their boss. The United States is calling the shots. The United States is providing the intelligence. The United States is providing the weapons. The United States is providing the plans. The United States is providing the money, and everybody knows who pays the piper calls the tune. So we're not confused anymore.
No, sir.
We understand this thing, and we're bracing for the long haul, because we don't see no immediate solution to these problems. We don't see how this is connected to their attempts to keep the U.S. dollar as the dominant forward of trade around the world. We don't see that this thing, this murderous thing that they're doing in Gaza, that they're also doing on the streets of Washington, D.C., on the streets of Baltimore, on the streets of New York. It's the same training, it's the same tear gas, it's the same weapons.
That's right.
I'm sorry, but we don't fight for the sake of fighting. We would like to be peaceful people. We would like to be people who can solve our issues by reasonable conversation between adult human beings. But they don't treat us like a human being. They've never treated us like human beings. They don't treat you like human beings. And they ain't human beings. Our fundamental principles are being called into question here. Because Palestinian blood is the same color as Sudanese blood. It's the same color as Pakistani blood. It's the same color as Afghanistani blood. It's the same color as Yemenis blood, as Lebanese blood, as Iranian blood, as your blood, as my blood. For us, it's about the blood. It's about the blood. It's about the blood. And Malcolm X told us, when it starts to be a question of blood, when it's time to bleed, we shouldn't be bleeding by ourselves.
That's right.
Now, I didn't tell you to do anything, but I did tell you that you don't have to take no shit. The deportation of the original inhabitants of this land, the native people, Their deportation is practice for your deportation.
That's right. That's right.
They're getting their deployments right. They're getting their personnel in place. They're building concentration camps. And put it on the evening news. Now, people think it's okay because they're building them concentration camps for somebody else. But they only think that because they don't know their history. I live in a concentration camp called Baltimore, Maryland. We know all about concentration camps.
Yes,
we know all about occupied forces. We know about laws meant to keep us in check so they can continue to rake in the dollars. But that's all it's about, the dollars, money. They're doing this for money. They're doing it for money. Trump already told you he wants to build hotels in Gaza. That's the solution. So please, y'all, it's a global, I'm a Pan-Africanist. So when I look at the struggle for freedom, I have to look at the entire African continent and all of the African people who are scattered around the world. And what we see is different front lines in the same struggle. Everywhere, it manifests itself differently. Some of them was settler colonies. Some of them was regular old colonies. Some of them, most of them now is neo-colonies. Some of them was occupied by France. Some of them by Belgium. Some of them by the British. Some of them by the United States. Yeah, United States. They the ones that put Liberia there.
That's right.
So they take different shapes and different forms, but it's different shapes and forms of the same damn thing. So our call is not just to you here. Our call is to peace and truth-loving people everywhere. Stand up and fight imperialism. Stand up and fight Zionism. Stand up and fight neo-colonialism. You don't got to do nothing but step out your front door. I guarantee you, capitalism and imperialism is standing on the stoop waiting for you. You ain't got to go nowhere to fight them because they're everywhere. And everywhere they are, we are. And guess what? Everywhere they are is more us than it is of them. That's right. The last thing. Death to IDF. They reading my mind, you know. They reading my mind, you know. Because you can't smash Zionism without smashing the agencies and institutions that make Zionist oppression and exploitation of the Palestinians and others possible. Right? You can't do it. So you can't smash Zionism and don't smash the Mossad. You can't smash Zionism and don't smash the IDF. You can't smash Zionism and don't smash the CIA. You can't smash Zionism and don't smash the FBI. You can't smash Zionism and don't smash these racist local police forces that are kicking our butt and beating our ass and shooting us in the back every day. I lost 3 comrades in the last week, last two, maybe 3 weeks. The lucky thing is, they all died of complications of old age. And it hurt me because our youth don't get to live to old age anymore. Especially those who are standing up to fight for our people. So I'm coming to tell these young people, we don't need you to fight for 2 days, or a month, or 6 months, or a year. We're not coming to recruit you to participate in this or that rally or demonstration and think your obligations have been met. We're coming to you to tell you that we have to organize ourselves in a sustainable revolutionary force that goes from one generation to the next. We need you for a lifetime. We need you to die like my comrades who died with 50 years of struggle. 50 years of struggle. We need all you can give, and you can't give it in a year, but you can give it in a lifetime. If we work together, if we fight together, if we stick together, we're going to win. And we're going to have some differences. We're going to be disagreeing on stuff, especially when it comes to talk about what to do. We're going to have disagreements and conflict among ourselves. But you know what? Those disagreements or conflicts should never break our unity. And when they get too big and too hard, we should set them aside until we finish what we came together to do.
Yes, sir.
So once again, against all the talk about two states, about peaceful coexistence, about negotiated peace, after hearing all of that, we say that there is one solution and one solution only, and that is smash Zionism. 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 Smash Zionism.
Smash Zionism. Smash Zionism. Smash Zionism. Smash Zionism. Smash Zionism. Smash Zionism. Smash Zionism.
Y'all see that?
Smash Zionism.
I came here to raise your spirit, and instead you raised my spirit. My name is Rabbi. I organize with the Black Alliance for Peace and the All African People's Revolutionary Party, and we leave you as we met you, ready for the revolution. Thank you very much.
Make some noise for Brother Rafiki. And please help me welcome our next speaker, Cam, for the Party for Socialism and Liberation.
Free, free Palestine!
Free, free Palestine!
Free, free Palestine!
Free, free Palestine!
Money for jobs and education!
Money for jobs and education!
Not for war and occupation!
Not for war and occupation!
Money for jobs and education!
Money for jobs and education!
Not for wars and occupation!
Not for wars and occupation!
DC, my name is Cam, and I'm an organizer with the Party for Socialism and Liberation. We are here today to condemn in our full force and in our full readiness the war criminal that is here in our city meeting with President Donald Trump. We are here today to say that we reject settler colonialism. We reject Zionism, and we reject the brutal, apartheid, settler colonialist Israeli state.
That's right! That's right!
We reject the war criminal Benjamin Netanyahu, and we're here to say he doesn't belong in our city. He belongs in The Hague. Some of you, for some of us out here, this is your third time on this exact same occasion. The world's most wanted and most hated war criminal is meeting right here in Washington, D.C. and receiving open arms. This is the third time Netanyahu has come to this city to meet with our criminal leadership in charge of our government since the beginning of the genocide in 2023. Every time he comes, the Zionist entity and the criminals that occupy the White House are conspiring with each other to reshape and remake the Middle East in their image. In doing so, they are unleashing the full force of settler colonialism, which is a violent and racist institution on the people who live there and who are native to the land of Palestine and all over the Middle East. In July 2024, 1 year ago from this month, he was here before an airstrike bombed Beirut and an airstrike struck Iran.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
Then he was here again in September of 2024 before authorizing the pager attacks, which killed innocent civilians in their shops and in their homes in Lebanon. He was here again in February 2025 when they stopped aid from being able to enter Gaza, making thousands of children being affected and dying from malnutrition. And today they're back to try and negotiate what they say is what they're gonna call a ceasefire, but what we know is only meant to be a temporary pause in the violence so that they continue their racist and genocidal oppression of the Palestinian people. Some of you I've recognized because I've been out here with you each of these times. We're coming out here and we're mobilizing and we're staying in the streets because we're here to tell Benjamin Netanyahu, the war criminal, that he's not welcome in our city. We're here to tell the war criminal Benjamin Netanyahu and the criminal President Donald Trump that he does not speak for the people of the United States of America. The people of DC and the people all around the world stand with the people in Palestine. The people of the world stand with Gaza. And the people of the world can envision a reality where we are no longer funding endless war and destruction, going to terrorize families and going to end lives and going to end the lives of children and mothers and fathers in the streets every day. If you can envision a world where your tax dollars are not being sent every next couple of months to fund something horrible and some genocidal violence and more endless foreign wars all the way on the other side of the world, then you are envisioning something revolutionary. I'm here to tell you that if you are envisioning a world where war criminals and racists and genociders like Benjamin Netanyahu is not welcome in your city, you are envisioning a revolutionary possibility. The people of DC, I'm here to tell you that if you are envisioning a revolutionary possibility, then what you need, and what we all need, is a revolutionary political movement. We need revolutionary political organization. We need to stay in the streets, not just today, not just tomorrow, but the next month, and the month after that, and the next month after that, and continue in the streets. And we're going to stay in the streets. And we're not going to leave these streets, because whose streets are these? Whose streets? Whose streets? Whose streets? So DC, if you're with me, and you're ready to be in the streets with me, and you're ready to demand an end to Zionism, and an end to racism and an end to settler colonial violence in Palestine and all over the world. I want to hear you say, free, free Palestine! Free, free Palestine! Free, free Palestine! Free, free Palestine! Free, free Gaza! Free, free Gaza! Free, free Gaza! Free, free Gaza! I'm Cam with the Party for Socialism and Liberation. Until that day comes, I'll see you on the streets. They are meeting inside. We need to be as loud as possible. Free, free Gaza! Free, free Gaza! Free, free Gaza! Free, free Gaza! I begin in the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful, the Avenger of the oppressed and the Guardian of all those in distress. Here we are again. In less than 6 months, Trump has invited Netanyahu 3 times. Shame! 3 times, despite being a wanted war criminal. 3 times, despite 21 months of genocide and a man-made famine. 3 times! 3 times, despite Americans from all backgrounds saying enough is enough. Trump, like Genocide Joe, has decided that he will be remembered as a footstool for Netanyahu and for the Israeli apartheid state. Shame! For Netanyahu to dine here tonight on our tax dollars while he starves the people of Gaza a week after Republicans stripped millions of Americans from their health care is an affront to all of us. Americans all across the country are now questioning, wondering, why is it that college students need to be arrested and deported for Israel? They're asking, why is it that every congressperson has an AIPAC person? They're asking, why do we not have money to fix our country, but we have money for Netanyahu and Israel? As we speak, Netanyahu is inside the White House talking to Trump, talking to Rubio, talking to Hegseth, complaining about the mayoral elections in New York City, complaining about our movement here in the United States that is standing up against them. But we're not going to stop. Netanyahu sits in the White House smug tonight. He thinks that he's gotten away with it, that he's gotten away with the genocide and his crimes against the Palestinians, against the Lebanese, against the Yemenis, against the Iranians, against the Iraqis, against all of us. But what Netanyahu doesn't get is that with his crimes, he has showed the world what Zionism means. He has showed the world what Israel is. And he has showed the world that Israel is a genocidal apartheid state that will not stop at the Palestinians, will not stop at Gaza, will not stop at Lebanon, will not stop at Iran, will not stop at Syria. Our message tonight to Netanyahu, to Trump, and every other genocide supporter there and here is that we are not going anywhere. We will not forget. We will not forget the people of Gaza. The world will not forget the people of Gaza. We will not forget the children. We will not forget the women. We will not forget the men who have been murdered by Israel. And we will
Lockheed Martin, not Google, not Amazon. The world will not forget, because we know and we understand that every bullet fired, every bomb dropped, every child killed and starved is a crime against me, it is a crime against you, it is a crime against every single American. So we will not stop, and we will not forget. And I remind you all, some people in this moment might feel tired. But I remind you, now is not the time to be tired. Now is the time to be pissed. As we stand here, they are stuffing themselves. They are eating. They are laughing. They are joking. They are proud of themselves. There will be a day where everyone would have stood against this. There will be a day that everyone would have said, I stood against Israel when they committed the genocide against Gaza, when they attacked the people of Lebanon, when they attacked the people of Syria, of Iran, of Yemen. And we will be the ones who said, we actually did the work. I remind you all in this moment that no matter how many months pass, no matter how many people are killed, no matter how much destruction is done in Gaza and the rest of the Middle East, the people of Gaza will be victorious. The people of Palestine will be victorious. The genocide will end, and those who committed it will be held to account. But in this moment where it feels overwhelming, I remind you all that the people of Gaza are watching you. The people of Gaza see your posts, they see your protests, they see your actions. And all I can say to the people of Gaza in this moment is that we will not stop. We will not leave these streets. We will not stop working until justice is served to you. 21 months in, and we're still just getting started. 21 months in, and they have not stopped us yet, and they will never stop us. Free, free Palestine! Free, free Palestine! Now let's make sure they hear us inside. Let them know why we are here. Gaza! 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 Gaza!
Free, free Palestine!
on, make some noise.
Say it loud and say it clear. Say it loud and say it clear. We don't want no Zionists here. We don't want no Zionists here. Say it loud and say it clear. Say it loud and say it clear. We don't want no Zionists here. 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 Assalamu alaikum, welcome everyone. I'm here with the Palestinian Youth Movement, a transnational independent grassroots movement consisting of Palestinian and Arab youth in the diaspora, fighting for the liberation of Palestine and our right to return. At this moment, the two main conductors of the ongoing genocide in Gaza are meeting to discuss their next move, both in Gaza and the region. Shame! This is the third time these two genociders are meeting since the inauguration of the current US regime. Shame! These constant meetings illustrate the joint nature of this genocide. The US is just as guilty for spilling Palestinian blood as the Zionist entity. Shame! This genocide has left untold tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands, dead in Gaza. Shame! But that's not enough for these bloodthirsty monsters, as the US and the Zionist regimes have recently concluded their failed war against Iran. Shame! And that's not enough either. They continue their bombing of Lebanon, violating the ceasefire of last November thousands of times. This is not to mention the land grabs and settlements in Syria or the slaughter of innocents in Yemen. Shame! All of these events are linked, as they are a part of the plans to forge a new Middle East through the bloodshed of our people. Through these frameworks and with the use of the American people's hard-earned taxes, they aim to stifle any and all forms of resistance to both Zionism and Western imperialism in the Middle East. Shame! All that the imperialists demand is total subjugation of the peoples of the Middle East, and the Palestinians are currently in direct battle with those aspirations. It is important that we highlight a clear pattern, that every visit has coincided with another step in the implementation of their plans. After Netanyahu's address to the Congress in July of 2024, the Zionists bombed Beirut and then Iran for the first time. Shame! In September of 2024, sitting in his hotel room in New York, genocider Netanyahu authorized the despicable pager attacks in Lebanon, indiscriminately murdering and injuring thousands of people, of Lebanese people. Shame! In February of 2025, Netanyahu was Trump's first foreign visitor to the White House. Shame! After their meeting, they restricted all aid into Gaza, which would lead to the establishment of the death camps at the hands of the so-called American-led and Zionist-controlled Gaza Humanitarian Foundation, which hires foreign thugs and mercenaries to kill hundreds of Palestinians daily. Shame! They killed them under the guise of delivering aid. And finally, in March of this year, the Zionists unilaterally ended the ceasefire in Gaza, or ended ceasefire negotiations in Gaza, raining hell on children, and pulled out negotiations, commencing a new operation called Gideon's Genocidal Chariot. Shame.
Unfortunately, I think we all know here that this visit will be no different, and we must be ready for whatever evil, despicable, disgusting plots they're planning in there now. Shame on them. In addition to direct aggression, the plan aims to dismantle all cultural and popular forms of resistance through altering the political, social, and economic conditions in the Middle East so that they must rely on Western imperialist forces, forcing them to bend their knee and accept Zionism and the indignities of subjugation. In line with this, the Zionists aim to transfer responsibility of Gaza to third-party Arab nations to oversee the continued dismantling of Palestinian popular resistance and to rebuild Gaza in their joint image of the Middle East over the will of the people. Shame, shame, shame. In their discussions, they will most definitely go over the current round of negotiations of the ceasefire. Trump aims for a quick deal so that he can push forward his normalization deals in the region, while Netanyahu wants to continue his genocide to achieve goals that he has failed to accomplish on the battlefield. Shame! Even though they may differ tactically, they still have the same overall strategic goals. Their interests rely on their mutual success, not on any other solidarity with other forces. Even though the American people have voiced their opposition over and over and over again to the current genocide and to the US's involvement, the ruling class does not care for the will of the people and will continue serving their dream of empire. Shame. And since we, all of us here, live in the imperial court, we must do everything we can to fight back against this genocide and the current system that has led to the point where genocide is normalized. It has become a normalized tool of the ruling class against working people all around the world. Shame. Whether it be through protesting, education, boycotting, or joining an organization, it is never too late to join the fight on the side of justice. All our work is amplified when we are in joint struggle rather than struggling on our own. This is why, as the PYM, we have been building coalitions across the world to impose a people's arms embargo against Israel by targeting the global shipping giant Maersk. In the past month, we have achieved a major victory. Maersk has begun to sever its ties with the settlements in the West Bank. Each victory in this campaign stems from an unshakable belief in the people of regular people that when they unite and organize, that they are able to achieve anything. And while we are heartened and encouraged by these victories, we are far from finished. Maersk must cut its ties with genocide and stop being a part of the supply of chain of death. This belief in the power of the people is what motivates us to organize the second annual People's Conference for Palestine, which will be occurring in Detroit of this year, August 29th to 31st. The People's Conference will serve to convene the movement and strengthen our unity for our fight ahead. We want to see you all there, because just as much as we must mobilize against our enemies, we must also organize for the road ahead and map our path to liberation. So if you have any questions about the People's Conference, please feel free to reach out to any of the PYM volunteers here. There's space in the movement for every single person who would like to join it in whatever way that you can. Anyone can do anything if they put their mind to it. You just have to take that first step. We are proud to stand today in solidarity with over 20 organizations endorsing this action today. Each one takes up an important role and takes up important work to confront Zionism and imperialism wherever they may be. For example, tomorrow, one such action is being planned by our very helpful supporters and partner organization, Code Pink, to disrupt Netanyahu's meeting with Speaker of the House, Mike Johnson. So please join them and learn about the other organizations here, because a healthy movement is built on united and strong organizations. It will be a long journey, but every step we take is a step towards the end of genocide, to the end of systems of power that oppress us using our resources and our money. We could live in a peaceful world, one where our bills are paid for and our children are fed, if we choose to focus on serving regular people at home over serving the interests of those who laugh at our misery and harm people all over the world. We demand an end to all aid to Israel, an immediate arms embargo, no to normalization, a permanent ceasefire, an end to the siege of Gaza, and a free Palestine! 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 From the river to the sea! From the river to the sea! Palestine will be free! Palestine will be free! From the river to the sea! From the river to the sea! Palestine will be free! Palestine will be free! Thank you, every single one of you.
All right, everybody, just one last task that I'm going to ask from everybody. If you can move on in, if we can bring it in closer. In a moment in which our people feel as though they have been betrayed and left behind by the rest of the world, in a moment in which Zionists are trying to isolate our movement by framing it as a fringe movement that is out of touch with the politics of the rest of the world, we must be able to show that our movement is a mass movement. Which is why I'm going to ask each and every single one of you to pull out your phones. And I want you to go to antigenocidepledge.com. This pledge allows us to do just as what I said by collecting and archiving in history the massive number of people from across the globe who stand with Palestine to send a clear message to Palestinians that you are not alone and that the world stands with you and against genocide. In a moment where Israel is trying every single thing to erase our history by bombing our research centers and murdering our researchers, by bombing our universities and murdering our academics, as Israel tries to wipe out the Palestinian people, we have the duty to archive the history and the reality that the people stand with Gaza. numbers, the massive numbers of people who stand with Palestine. And so I ask you to scroll down on this website, to take this pledge that is not just a pledge, but it is an oath. It is an oath to the people of Palestine. I want you to scroll down and sign, and then you're going to repeat after me and take that pledge together today. Once you've signed, I want you to raise your hand. And if you haven't signed, I trust you will sign when you get home. Keep your arms up, your hands up, and I want you to repeat after me. I denounce the genocide of the Palestinian people.
I denounce the genocide of the Palestinian people.
I denounce the mass killing, forced starvation, and destruction of Gaza and its people.
I denounce the mass killing, forced starvation,
I denounce the use of starvation as a weapon of war.
I denounce the use of starvation as a weapon of war.
I demand urgent humanitarian aid be let into Gaza.
I demand urgent humanitarian aid be let into Gaza.
I support an immediate and permanent end to Israel's military aggression.
I support an immediate and permanent end to Israel's aggression.
I demand the full lifting of the siege on Gaza.
I demand the full lifting of the siege on Gaza.
I reject the occupation, the apartheid, and the decades blockade imposed on Palestine. I affirm that all Palestinian refugees have the right to return.
I affirm that all Palestinian refugees have the right to return.
I affirm that Palestinians have the right to resist colonization and occupation.
I affirm that Palestinians have the right to resist colonization.
I demand an arms embargo.
I demand an arms embargo.
I demand the liberation of all Palestinian prisoners.
I demand the liberation of all Palestinian prisoners.
I commit to raising my voice.
I commit to raising my voice.
I commit to taking action.
I commit to taking action.
I commit to holding governments accountable
I commit to holding governments accountable
for their role in supporting Israeli genocide,
for their role in supporting Israeli genocide,
occupation, and colonization against Palestinians. I commit to raising my voice, to raising my voice, to raising my voice,
to raising my voice,
to raising my voice
to raising my voice
for every single Palestinian,
for every single Palestinian,
and until the total and complete liberation of Palestine. I pledge anti-genocide. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you so much, everyone, for being here today, for standing with Gaza, for standing with Palestine. Like Muhammad said earlier, our people in Gaza can see you, they can hear you, and they appreciate your support. So let's keep staying out here in the streets for them. And like you heard our PYM speaker say earlier, the People's Conference for Palestine will be in Detroit, Michigan, August 29th to 31st. And while you still have your phone out from taking the pledge, You can go to peoplesconferenceforpalestine.org to register to see our great list of speakers. We hope to see each and every one of you there, and there is a place for everyone in the movement. And now we're going to give you the opportunity to continue to throw your shoes at our war criminal faces over here. If you didn't get a chance to earlier, make sure you take that shot. And if you are heading home, please leave with a buddy. Please get home safely. And we reiterate, do not interact with police, do not interact with agitators, do not interact with Zionists. And free, free Palestine! Free, free Palestine! Free, free Palestine! Free, free Palestine! Free, free, free Palestine! Free, free, free Palestine! Everyone, you're welcome to come up here and throw your shoes. Thank you so much. We appreciate you.
Yes, yes, to the IDF! Yes, yes, to the IDF!
Go with it. I mean,
yeah, let's get
maybe if they have one.
بخت البلد فهمتوا كيف يلا نكل غلطان زعل اقسم صدام حسين عزم عزيمه يسرح فيش ما بسمعلوش عن التربيه للاسف انا لا ابو الانسان الزهر العجر اللي انت تقبلي شبر اللي بيعجبش كل حدا الله يهدي اللي اهتدى فهمتوا كيف يلا سمعنا
حساسة السمكات
الجبل يحكي لنا البلد النبي يخلص على 5 الصبح توصل بيك فيش غيرنا تجيب البلد جبل جرسين جبل هرقيس جبل شغلي جبل فلسطين مش البري فجر عربي اجل يا اخوان نجيب نص البلد معكو دخان وكل انتبه عالريد احترق خد حطه ونمكس سخطة من العتم ادم سكون سياسة برسان حلو حلوش ما تشرح ليش بدش معنا السخطة الشعب الزهر كمان الوطن الاخوان اللي خير شنو تقعد